Gonzalez corks one into left center field. That's down into the gap, deepest part of the yard. Quintanar can jog backwards to the plate. Ethan Gonzalez hitless no longer. Rings a double. And back in the lead for Blinn College. 3-1 to Cheer. Hit down the line and left, hooking to the corner. A dive! Oh my! Vogley Superman's in the outfield and hangs on. This is a line drive, base hit into right center field. Down the alley it goes. 2 runs are home. Here comes Connor. Walters State leads. Ethan Gonzalez, 2 doubles today, 6 hits yesterday. Tying run at first, go ahead run at the plate. Gonzalez drives one, deep left field. It is gone! En fuego! Ethan Gonzalez says the champs aren't done yet. Is there a hotter hitter in the country than that guy? Coming down for this Hawaiian Shirt Wednesday. We're decked out. Maybe we'll get the camera on to show you tonight because there's some sweet threads going on in this booth. Uh-oh. That was sooner than I was expecting. Welcome inside our broadcast booth. Zach McKinstry, I'm Ethan Jordan. Yeah, we got the threads on. Tradition started by Walt Bergman back in the day to celebrate the first day of 2 games in this JUCO World Series. The skipper having a few thoughts running through his head. David Shelton, his 12th season as the head man. He's been to this Junior College World Series 6 times. Once upon a time was the recruiting coordinator. Has moved up the ladder to head coach and doing a great job for Walters State. And Zach, you know, head coaches wear a lot of hats, right? Travel coordinator at some level. Shoulder to cry on sometimes. The boss. There's always something going on as we begin the top of the 4th inning. But for Dave Shelton, he had a little bit of extra fun before this tournament started. So Walters State flew here. Cage McLeod down 2 strikes, leading off the 4th. He was informed by one of his players just a few days before they took off for Grand Junction that he didn't have his real ID yet, which, of course, you need to fly now. Dave Shelton says they had informed the players that, hey, we got a pretty good ball club this year. We might be flying to Grand Junction. Easy ground ball to second. Looks that way for Torbett, out number 1. He said they had informed the players in October that real ID, got to have that in May, and 3 days before flying out, a player comes, and I'm sure that was not a fun knock on the door. Hey, coach. Apparently, they were able to make something work for this player and get him here to Grand Junction, but it's always something, right, for the head man. Sherman Johnson takes ball 1.
Yeah, there's stories like that from Travel Day. I mean, that's what makes junior college special, is you've got everybody that's played or been a part of junior college baseball team or any of those college summer league teams all have travel stories similar to that. And yeah, leaving the Charlotte airport, you saw a lot of families upset, didn't know about the real ID.
Yeah, so a public service announcement, if you're planning on traveling soon and you don't have your real ID, should look into that. You don't have the star, you're not flying. I was trying to think of a rhyme, couldn't. Popped up the chute here. Who's going to take it? It's the third baseman calling, but Cabbage, the catcher, squeezes it. 2 down here in the 4th.
That's an awkward position there for Cabbage to make that play. Nice play by the catcher, but you'd think that Holden Pantier would have priority on that ball.
If you don't have the star, take a car.
Oh!
Here's Spencer Butt.
They'll be playing that at every TSA line across the country in the next 20 days.
Is fouled away. Under the lights in Grand Junction. In college, a narrow one-run advantage in this elimination game. 46 wins for the defending champs this year. Of course, the preseason #1 ended up finishing 5th in the rankings. Now trying to avoid elimination here in the JUCO World Series.
Yeah, and this is a team that's had their backs to the wall already this season. They lost to start regional play against Paris Junior College. They had to rally all the way back in that double elimination tournament. Beat Wharton County twice, beat Paris Junior College again, then beat the 24 San Jacinto with some big offensive performances in that district final, 15-2 and 13-5 just to get here. So had to be pretty much perfect through the end of the season. Now have their backs to the wall once again and out to a 7-6 advantage.
Yeah, Hayden Morris threw in that San Jack series. And that was a high-scoring affair. Throwing in one again tonight. 7-6 after 3.5. Top of the order, Anthony Rucco, third time through for FSW against Morris. Rucco takes a low strike.
We'll see how much Morris has left with Texas A&M commit Hunter Bond warming up in the bullpen.
We haven't seen yet for Blinn and their deep pitching staff. Popped up, backside a short, McDaniel long run out. In comes Allen. He drifts over to make the catch. Leadoff man retired out of Luke Orphy. 1 for 2 evening so far. Wave and a miss to pitch low and out of the zone.
And he has been living with those heavy swings early in the count. Trying to attack pitches. Up to 19 extra bases on the season with the Bucks.
Big bouncer. Make a play. Oh, tough up. Well done in the third base coach's box. 0-2 on Orphy. The rubber coach's box. The rubber behind home plate stretching to surround the dugouts. Bouncing ball right side. That'll trickle through. Orphy's got his second knock.
When you're hot, you're hot. A little bit off the hands. Yeah, you can see the stinger. And it starts to cool down. That does not feel great, but I'm sure it feels a lot better. And it got through to the outfield grass, and he's aboard for the second time.
It always hurts a little less when you're standing on first base. Jake Mueller has a couple of hits tonight. Moved around Orphy back in the third. Got on base in the first. Scored a run in that third inning, too. Bouncing to the plate for ball one. You got to be careful with Orphy, as that was left in the batter's box. Gonzalez couldn't find it. Orphy thought about it. He was leaning a little bit, but stays at first. 2 runs in each of the first 3 innings for Blinn College. 1 in the top of this fourth. The big inning for FSW. 4 runs in the third. They trail by 1. There goes Orphy. Huge jump. Mueller goes after it. Hits it high in the air. Down the corner. It is gone. Jake Mueller keeps it between the buoys. And FSW has their first lead of the night.
Making the most of every celebration in the book, and well-deserved after that bomb down the left field line. Somehow ended up keeping this fair inner half of the plate. and left, no doubt. Turned on it. That just cleared that foul pole and left. And that will be the end of the line for Hayden Morris. What a swing from Jake Mueller, and what a turn in this game.
So Hunter Bond will take over. But the damage has been done. Florida Southwestern, their first lead ever in a JUCO World Series. We'll be back here in Grand Junction. 8-7 lead. Florida Southwestern has taken the advantage. Hunter Bond, the little southpaw out of the bullpen. Tremendous numbers. A sophomore headed back home to College Station to play for Texas A&M next season. Look at that ERA. He has been as good as you can ask this season. And they need him right now. Blinn College tries to stave off elimination.
What a story he has been. Fought through a season-ending injury prior to 2024. Almost ended his baseball career, and now left-hander has a chance to pitch for Blinn in this JUCO World Series. Committed to Texas A&M, going home from College Station. And the bright lights on him here as he tries to limit the damage, get a couple outs in this fourth, and give his bats a chance.
I think Pereira gets it started. That caught Gonzalez a little weird. Nobody on, no harm, no foul, but he came up a little gimpy blocking that ball. Shaking it out a little bit, adjusting the protection as Chris Dykman walks the ball out to the mound for Bond. Yeah, Bond, the way he's pitched this year, it's sometimes better just to count the hits rather than the runs. He has worked 25 1/3 innings. He has given up just 18 hits. Anytime you're more than doubling your hits and strikeouts, you're all right.
Yeah, he's given up 4 earned runs on the year, and all of them came in one outing. So that's a lot of scoreless outings. 2 innings of work. The most he went outside of that 4 1/3 against Amarillo. Now Quintanar has to wear another in the dirt. It's a 3-0 start. Only 7 walks on the year, and he has had some solid performances down the stretch in that tournament where they needed a bunch of wins in a row to get to the district finals. Falls behind here, though.
And loses him. 4-pitch walk out of the pen. Not what they had in mind when they turned to one of their best arms. Pereira down to first with 1 out, and early tuck. Britton and Gonzalez out to chat with the pitcher. Ferraro joining from afar as well.
4 straight off the mark.
Now, here comes Carlos Sanchez, who has one of the big swings tonight. A single in the 3rd that brought home a run. Part of that 4-run 3rd inning. 6 runs in the last 2 has given FSW the lead. I noticed it last night. We got to point it out quickly. Carlos Sanchez, the orange gear and then the pink batting gloves to go with the purple and teal unis. I mean, dude.
He's got the highlighter look.
Wave and a miss.
You can't miss him, that's for sure.
Well, you know, highlighter pink makes your hands faster. It's science. Takes downstairs. Nice take on 0-2.
Second appearance for Hunter Bond here in Grand Junction. Was on the team back in 2023. Got the save against Gaston College. 4 innings of work in that outing, allowing just 2 hits, 3 Ks, 64 pitches.
Bouncer to short, knocked down, trickles through the legs of McDaniel. tailor-made for a double play. Instead, everybody's safe.
And that's a rough night in the field for the Blinn shortstop. Second error of the game. Previous one resulting in runs in the second inning. And there's your chance to get out of this fourth, limiting the damage to just the 2. And all of a sudden, it is brand new situation with the dangerous Fink at the plate, fresh off his 2 RBI double.
Big hack at the first pitch. Nothing doing. Down 0-1. This is a Florida Southwestern lineup that is almost all righties. That's worth keeping in mind with the lefty on the hill. The third base side of the rubber. High outside corner. Nets him strike 2.
Yeah, the 2 errors today for McDaniel, up to 17 and now 18 errors on the season, and a fielding percentage under .925.
0-2, smoked back up the box. Another runs in to score. Trouble in center field for Fryman. Could be another. The throw to the plate is late. Sanchez comes all the way around. And the Bucks, another 4-run inning. Nathan Fink does it back-to-back.
And back-to-back defensive miscues. Obviously, Fryman was ready to come up firing, got under the glove, and you saw the cannon throwing flat-footed from center field to try and get this play at the plate. Made it close. But that is a tough mistake to make, to allow Sanchez to score from first base immediately following that error at short. And once again, mistakes like that defensively are almost always going to bite you. Chance to roll the double play and get out of the inning. Cannot capitalize.
Some English on that as it rolls to the circle. What a difference a night makes for Florida Southwestern State College. A dugout that was dead a night ago. They were run-ruled by Salt Lake Community College. Here in their second night in the tournament, they are alive. Ahead 3. McAloose not bunting a second time. He's got 2 hits tonight. Was one of their hotter bats in the regional and districts. Behind 0-2. You think he went. Tag out just in case. Sure did. And 3-pitch strikeout. First for Bond and much needed for the lefty. Brock Knorr, the lone left-hander in this batting order. So he gets the tough assignment. Here with Hunter Bond. Fouled back.
You don't see many scoreboards like this, though. We are 4 innings into this game, and you got runs in every half inning right now, as the bats have absolutely come alive between these two sides in a desperation game.
20 hits. We're not done with the fourth. That was nearly number 21, but instead Allen right at him, makes the catch. Brock Knorr allowed out to end it, but another 4-run frame for Florida Southwestern. They take the lead, grow it to 10-7. Top of the 5th on tap.